Ever wondered what exactly happens to your body when you reach the peak of sexual pleasure, known as an orgasm? Well, you're not alone. This question has piqued the curiosity of scientists, researchers, and ordinary people alike. For centuries, the topic of sexual pleasure, specifically the orgasm, has been a subject of intense scrutiny, fascination, and sometimes even controversy. It's a realm of human experience that's both universal and unique, a paradox that only adds to its allure and mystique. The orgasm is essentially a symphony of sensations, a climax that results when an orchestra of physical, emotional, and hormonal elements come together in perfect harmony. But let's take a moment to demystify the orgasm, to peel back the layers of this sensual experience, and to delve into its intricate details. Orgasms are not just about sexual gratification. They're a complex interplay of physiological processes, brain chemistry, and emotional responses. The orgasm, in its most basic form, is a series of rhythmic contractions of the pelvic muscles. These contractions are accompanied by a surge of endorphins and other hormones, which are responsible for that intense feeling of pleasure, and in many cases, a momentary loss of rational thought. It's a cascade of reactions that has to be orchestrated just right to hit that high note of ecstasy. This experience, as universal as it is also astonishingly diverse. Of an orgasm, its duration, and even the ability to achieve one can vary greatly among individuals. Factors such as age, health, stress levels, and even one's state of mind can influence how one experiences an orgasm. What's more, the same person can have vastly different orgasmic experiences at different times, adding another layer of complexity to this already intricate phenomenon. Orgasms have long been a subject of study and debate. They were once considered merely a means to an end for reproduction. Today, however, we understand that orgasms are much more than just a biological necessity. They're a complex phenomenon with potential health benefits and implications for our overall well-being. Regular orgasms have been linked to reduced stress, improved mood, better sleep quality, and even an enhanced sense of self-worth. Despite the progress in our understanding, there's still so much to learn about orgasms. For instance, why do some people experience them more easily than others? What role do hormones play in the orgasmic process? And why do orgasms feel so good? These are just a few of the questions that scientists and sexologists around the world are to answer. The quest for understanding orgasms is not just a scientific pursuit. It's a journey that can lead to improved relationships, a boost in self-confidence, and an overall improvement in quality of life. The more we understand about orgasms, the more empowered we become. We learn to communicate our desires better, to explore our bodies without shame or guilt, and to embrace our sexuality as a natural, integral part of our existence. Understanding orgasms can also help us break down societal stereotypes and misconceptions. For too long, discussions about sexual pleasure have been taboo, especially when it comes to women's orgasms. By bringing this topic to the fore, we can challenge and change these outdated norms, promoting a more inclusive, egalitarian dialogue about sexual health and pleasure. Regardless of age, gender, or sexual orientation, orgasms are a topic that touches everyone. They're a universal part of the human experience, yet they remain largely uncharted territory, full of unanswered questions and untapped potential. So buckle up as we uncover the science behind orgasms, one layer at a time. We're about to embark on an orgasm odyssey that promises to be as enlightening as it is exciting. We'll delve into the epicenter of pleasure, discuss the role of hormones in the orgasmic process, examine how our brains react during an orgasm, and much more. It's a journey that will take us from the cellular level to the realm of consciousness, from the confines of the laboratory to the intimacy of the bedroom. This is an exploration of our bodies, our minds, and our relationships. It's a quest to understand one of the most profound, yet often misunderstood aspects of human experience. Think of your brain as the control room governing orgasms. This comparison might seem odd at first, but bear with me. When it comes to epicenter of pleasure, your brain is the maestro, the director, the central hub. This might be challenging to comprehend, so let's break it down. Let's start by considering your brain's role in your everyday life. It's the mastermind behind every thought, every emotion, every impulse that makes you, you. It's the ultimate maestro, the director of your life's orchestra. It's responsible for everything from your ability to appreciate a beautiful sunset or a delicious meal to your ability to solve complex problems or feel empathy for another person. When we consider the brain in this light, it shouldn't be surprising to learn that it plays a vital role in sexual pleasure as well. It's not just about the physical touch and sensation. Oh no, it's so much more than that. It's about the intricate dance between your body and your mind, the complex interplay of physical and emotional sensations that culminate in a peak of pleasure. You see, the brain is a complex network of nerve cells, all firing in synchrony to create experiences, feelings, responses. The brain, with its vast networks of neurons, each communicating with thousands of others, is like a grand orchestra with countless instruments playing in perfect harmony. And when it comes to orgasms, the brain is the star of the show. It's like the conductor of an orchestra coordinating all the instruments to create a symphony of pleasure. The brain regulates the release of hormones, directs the flow of blood, interprets sensory input, and coordinates muscular contractions, all in the pursuit of pleasure. During sexual stimulation, the brain is hard at work, releasing a cocktail of chemicals that heighten the senses, increase the heart rate, and induce that feeling of pleasure we're all familiar with. It's a fascinating process, one that demonstrates the remarkable complexity of our bodies and the power of our minds. Dopamine, often dubbed as the feel-good neurotransmitter flood system, creating a sense of euphoria and intense pleasure. Think of it as your brain's reward system. When you experience something pleasurable, your brain bursts with dopamine, creating a powerful positive sensation. It's like your brain's way of giving you a high five, but it doesn't stop there. Alongside dopamine, your brain also releases oxytocin, the love hormone. This powerful hormone deepens feelings of intimacy and fosters a sense of connection. It's the glue that binds the physical with the emotional, making orgasms just a carnal experience, but also a profoundly intimate one. What's fascinating is how these chemicals work in harmony. Dopamine sets the stage, sparking the initial wave of pleasure. Then, as the crescendo builds, oxytocin steps in, amplifying the sensations and cementing the connection. It's a beautifully orchestrated dance, all happening within your brain. But there's more to this dance than just dopamine and oxytocin. Orgasms involve a host of other chemicals and hormones, each playing a crucial role in the process. There's serotonin, which helps regulate mood and contributes to feelings of happiness and well-being. There's endorphins, your body's natural painkillers, which can contribute to feelings of relaxation and contentment. And let's not forget about adrenaline, which can heighten arousal, intensify the overall experience. So, the next time you think about orgasms, remember that it's not just a physical act. It's a complex orchestration of chemical reactions, all controlled by the most powerful organ in your body, your brain. Orgasms are more than just a physical sensation. They're a remarkable testament to the complexity and power of human biology. Orgasms are a testament to the magnificent symphony that is human biology. They're a celebration of the intricate dance between body and mind, a testament to the power of our brains. They're a reminder of our capacity for pleasure, our ability to form deep connections, and our potential for profound intimacy. Indeed, orgasms are as much a cerebral affair as they are physical. It's the perfect harmony of body-mind, the ultimate testament to the power of human biology. It's a symphony of pleasure, all directed by the most powerful conductor of all, your brain. Our hormonal orchestra plays a crucial role in the symphony of orgasms. If you were to picture a grand and majestic orchestra, every instrument would have a specific role to play, each contributing to the overall harmony. The sound of the violin interweaving with the throbbing beat of the drums, the mournful notes of the cello trailing along with the light trill of the flute, all of these coming together to create a beautiful symphony. This symphony is a direct reflection of what happens inside our bodies. Hormones, acting as the instrumentalists, have a major role to play in the regulation of our bodies, especially when it comes to our sexual desires and functions related to orgasm. The maestros of this hormonal orchestra are the hormones testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone. Each has a specific role to play, much like the instruments in an orchestra. First up, we have testosterone. Often we associate testosterone with masculinity, it being the primary male sex hormone. However, it is not exclusive to men. Women also produce this hormone, albeit in smaller quantities. In the hormonal orchestra, this hormone is like the percussion section. The drums, the cymbals, and the gongs, they set the rhythm, the pace of the entire performance. Similarly, testosterone drives sexual desire, marking the onset of sexual activity, and playing a key role in achieving orgasm in both men and women. Next, we have estrogen, serving as the string section of our hormonal symphony. The violin, the viola, the cello, and the double bass, they are the soul of the orchestra. In women, estrogen maintains the health of the vaginal tissues and lubrication, both of which are crucial for sexual pleasure. It is also a major influencer on mood, positively affecting the desire for and enjoyment of sex. In men, although present in smaller amounts, estrogen still contributes to libido, playing an essential role in erectile function. Then, we have progesterone, acting as the woodwind section of our orchestra, playing a more nuanced and subtle role. The flute, the clarinet, the oboe, and the bassoon, they add depth and complexity to the orchestral performance. In women, progesterone largely responsible for regulating the menstrual cycle and preparing the body for potential pregnancy. Its role in sexual desire and orgasm is a bit more complex and varies depending on the stage of the menstrual cycle. But what happens when this orchestra is out of tune? What happens when the rhythm of the drums is off, or the strings are playing a different melody, or the woodwinds are not in harmony? Hormonal imbalances can lead to a decrease in sexual desire and difficulties in achieving orgasm. For instance, low testosterone levels can cause a drop in libido, much like offbeat drums can throw off the entire rhythm. An excess of estrogen, much like an overpowering string section, can lead to issues like erectile dysfunction in men. Understanding these hormonal imbalances and how they affect our sexual health is crucial. Despite the challenges, the hormonal orchestra, with testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone at the helm, guides us through the intricate dance of sexual desire and orgasm. These are not just biological processes happening inside our bodies. They are a harmonious symphony that contributes to our overall well-being and pleasure. Only when we tune into this symphony, we can understand the true depth and complexity of our sexual health. And in this grand orchestration of life, these hormones, testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone, are the unsung heroes of our sexual pleasure. Each one playing a crucial role, contributing to the harmony of the entire orchestra, shaping our sexual experiences, and contributing to our pleasure. So the next time you think about your sexual health, remember the hormonal orchestra playing inside your body. Remember the drums of testosterone, the strings of estrogen, and the woodwinds of progesterone. Remember how they work together, in harmony, to create the symphony of orgasms. Thus, these hormones are the unsung heroes of our sexual pleasure. Now that we've understood the orchestrators, let's delve into how the concert unfolds. Visualize a symphony, a grand display of harmonized movement and exhilarating sound. It's like a well-orchestrated performance playing out on a grand stage. The symphony of the orgasmic process is much like this, a carefully planned sequence of stages that each play a decisive role in the overall sensual experience. The first stage is excitement, the beginning of this intricate and beautifully intricate performance. This is where the body starts to respond to sexual stimuli, like an attentive audience leaning in at the first hint of melody. Blood flow increases, similar to the rising tempo of a symphony, heart rate quickens, much like the anticipation before the curtain rises, and the body begins to prepare for what's to come, the overture to the main act. It's the spark that lights the fuse, setting the stage for the journey ahead, like the conductor's baton raised in the silent seconds before the music starts. This beginning is followed by the plateau stage, the next movement in this elaborate and powerful symphony. Here, the sexual builds to a fever pitch. It's like the roller coaster climbing to the top of the highest peak, the breath before the plunge, akin to the soaring crescendo in a musical masterpiece. The body is primed and ready, much like the orchestra waiting for the conductor's cue. The anticipation is palpable. And yet, this is only the intermission. We're only halfway through the process. This stage is a testament to the human body's ability to anticipate and prepare for the pleasure that's yet to come. The third stage, as you may have guessed, is the orgasm itself. This is the crescendo, the moment of ultimate release. It's an intense, explosive burst of pleasure that ripples through the body in ecstatic waves, like the finale of a spectacular fireworks show. It's the exhilarating drop of the roller coaster, the peak of the symphony, the culmination of all that came before. This stage is a celebration, an apex of pleasure, a symphony reaching its peak with a climactic crash of cymbals. But the journey doesn't end there, much like a symphony doesn't stop at its loudest note. The final stage is resolution, a period of relaxation and return to the body's normal state. It's the gentle lull after the storm, the soft, soothing melody that brings the symphony to a close. The body recovers, Like an exhausted performer taking a bow, the heart rate slows, similar to the audience's thunderous applause fading away, and a sense of satisfaction and contentment washes over you. An afterglow that's akin to the silence that follows a concert, punctuated by the sound of your own heartbeat and slow breaths. Just like a symphony, an orgasm is the sum of its parts, each stage blending into the next, each one a vital part of the overall experience. From the initial spark of excitement to the calming resolution, each stage is a critical part of this journey, like individual notes that make up a melody. It's an elaborate symphony of sensations, a dance of desire and pleasure, a testament to the marvel that is the human body. As you see, an orgasm is not a single event, but a sequence of intricate steps. Just like a symphony, it's a harmonious blend of different stages, each playing their part in creating the overall experience. The process is a testament to the complexity and sophistication of the human body and its ability to experience pleasure. Much like a symphony, an orgasm is a beautiful, complex, and intricately orchestrated event that encompasses a range of stages, each as important as the other in creating the final masterpiece. While orgasms are universal, there are some differences between how they're experienced by different sexes. Let's look at the male orgasm. The male orgasm is a physiological and emotional paroxysm of pleasure that is the culmination of sexual stimulation. It is a sensational event, an overwhelming release of sexual tension, typically accompanied by ejaculation. This process is an intricate synchronized dance of neurobiological, endocrine, and muscular activity. The whole process is marked by a sequence of stages, each with its own distinct characteristics, starting with the initial phase of arousal. As arousal begins to build, men undergo various physical changes that prepare their bodies for the spectacular event of orgasm. This includes an accelerated heart rate, a spike in blood pressure, and increased muscle tension. These physiological changes are largely due to the release of adrenaline, a hormone that prepares our bodies for a fight-or-flight response. This arousal phase is not just about physiological changes, about the heightened state of sensual awareness and mental excitement. Men start paying more attention to their physical sensations and start experiencing erotic fantasies that further intensify the arousal. The next phase in the timeline is the plateau. This is a phase of heightened arousal where all the physiological changes that began in the arousal phase continue to intensify. The heartbeats quicken, blood pressure escalates, and muscle tension increases further. This stage can last anywhere from a few minutes to several hours, depending on the individual and the circumstances. If this arousal is sustained and heightened, it ultimately leads to the third stage, the orgasm itself. This is the zenith of sexual pleasure, a brief yet intense peak that is defined by rapid, rhythmic contractions of the pelvic muscles, specifically the muscles around the base of the penis. These contractions occur at the frequency of about every 0.8 of a second. Accompanying these muscle contractions is ejaculation, the powerful release of semen from the penis. This release of semen is not just a one-off event, but rather a series of spurts that usually decrease in intensity as they progress. The first few spurts contain the highest concentration of sperm, while subsequent spurts mainly consist of other fluids that aid in the transport and survival of the sperm. Following ejaculation, men enter the resolution phase. This is a period of relaxation, where the gradually returns to its pre-arousal state. Heart rate slows down, blood pressure drops, muscles relax, and the body generally enters a state of relaxation and satisfaction. At this stage, men also experience a refractory period, a time frame during which it's impossible to achieve another orgasm. This period can last from a few minutes to several hours, and it's a physiological phenomenon unique to men. During this time, men are usually unable to respond to sexual stimulation and achieve another orgasm, no matter how intense or prolonged the stimulation might be. Now, it's crucial to emphasize that while this process is quite typical, it's not a universal experience. Not all men experience every stage, and even when they do, the intensity and duration of each stage can vary greatly from person to person. Some men may not ejaculate during orgasm, or they might experience orgasm without the usual rhythmic contractions. On the other hand, some men might not have a refractory period at all, being able to experience multiple orgasms in quick succession. Human sexuality and sexual response are complex phenomena, influenced by a wide range of factors including genetics, hormones, age, health status, psychological factors, and relationship dynamics. Therefore, it's no surprise that the male orgasm, although generally following a similar pattern, can be quite diverse in its specifics. So that's a deep dive into the journey of pleasure for men, savoring every step of this intense physiological process. But what about women? Now let's turn our attention to the unique and multifaceted world of the female orgasm. This phenomenon, known as the female orgasm, is often shrouded in mystery and mythology, leaving much to the speculation and intrigue of the general populace. It is an experience as unique and diverse as the women who experience them. A symphony of biological and psychological elements coming together in a crescendo of pleasure that is as captivating as it is elusive. But what exactly happens during a female orgasm? The first thing to understand is that it's not just about the physiological. Undeniably, there's a myriad of bodily activities happening during a female orgasm. The heart rate increases, the blood pressure rises, there's a surge of electrical activity in the brain, and of course the obvious muscular contractions. But it does not stop there. The mind plays an equally significant, if not more, role in the process. The brain is the powerhouse of the orgasm. It releases a cocktail of hormones including dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins, inducing feelings of euphoria, warmth, and closeness. It's this release of hormones that creates a holistic experience that goes beyond the physical, reaching into psychological and emotional dimensions of pleasure. Now let's delve into some specifics. The clitoris, a highly sensitive organ boasting over 8,000 nerve endings, plays a central role in orgasmic response. During arousal, blood rushes to the clitoris, engorging it and heightening its sensitivity. This engorgement not only increases sensitivity, but also creates a pleasurable tension that is released during orgasm. With the right kind of stimulation, be it through direct touch, pressure, or even certain movements, it can trigger an orgasm. But that's not the whole story. The female orgasm isn't solely tied to the clitoris. It can also be achieved through stimulation of other areas, such as the G-spot, an area located about 2 inches into the vagina on the front wall. This area, when stimulated, can lead to intense orgasms that some women describe as being different from clitoral orgasms. Other areas, like the cervix and the nipples, can also contribute to the orgasmic experience, showcasing the diversity and complexity of female pleasure. One of the most fascinating aspects of the female orgasm is its potential for multiple orgasms. Unlike male orgasms, which usually require a refractory period, women can experience several orgasms in quick succession. This doesn't happen for all women, but when it does, it's because the pleasure signals keep firing in the brain, even after the first orgasm. This ability to have multiple orgasms is a testament to the complexity and diversity of female sexuality. However, it's important to remember that every woman is different, and there's no right or one-size-fits-all way to achieve an orgasm. Some women may require more time or different types of stimulation. Some may find that certain positions or activities help them reach orgasm more easily, while others may need to rely more heavily on mental stimulation and mood setting. It's all about exploring and understanding one's body and preferences. Furthermore, it's not just about achieving orgasm. Pleasure, intimacy, connection. These are all aspects of sexual experience that can be just as fulfilling, if not more so, than orgasm itself. The female orgasm is not raced to the finish line, but a journey of exploration and pleasure, of understanding and embracing one's own sexuality. In conclusion, the female orgasm is not a mere event, but an intricate dance between the mind and body. It's a testament to the complexity, diversity, and individuality of female sexuality. It reminds us that the world of human pleasure is vast, still contains many mysteries yet to be fully understood. Clearly, the female orgasm is a complex and diverse phenomenon. Orgasms are not only pleasurable, but can also have several health benefits. To fully comprehend this intriguing statement, we must first dive deep into the fascinating world of orgasms. This world has been explored by both men and women throughout history, all in search of understanding the profound impact it has on their physical and mental health. A large part of this exploration has been navigating through the labyrinth of male and female orgasms. The differences between the two are vast and complex, each playing an essential role in sexual pleasure and health enhancement. The journey through this labyrinth takes us on a roller coaster of sensations, emotions, and chemical reactions, all of which lead to the peak of sexual pleasure, the orgasm. Now let's shift our focus towards the health benefits associated with this peak of sexual pleasure. As it turns out, Orgasms aren't just about pleasure, they can be good for your health too, something that might come as quite a surprise. Firstly, orgasms can act as a natural painkiller. During an orgasm, your body releases a cocktail of chemicals, including hormones famed for their pain-relieving properties. Our body's ability to reduce pain during orgasms is a remarkable testament to the complexity of human biology and the potent analgesic effect of endorphins. So next time you're struggling with a headache or menstrual cramps, remember, an orgasm might just offer a natural solution. Secondly, orgasms can help you sleep better. You've probably heard of oxytocin, often dubbed the love hormone. This hormone is released during an orgasm, and it does more than just help us feel loved and bonded. It promotes better sleep, as it has a calming effect, helping you to relax and drift off into a good night's sleep. Thirdly, orgasms can help reduce stress. The process of reaching an orgasm is inherently stress-relieving. It distracts your mind, focuses your attention on physical sensation, and the release of dopamine during orgasm gives you a sense of satisfaction and relaxation. This calming effect can be quite therapeutic, providing an all-natural treatment option for combating daily stress and anxiety. Now, it's important to remember that while orgasms can offer these health benefits, they are not a replacement for professional medical advice or treatment. They are simply a natural part of human sexual response that can contribute to overall well-being. Lastly, let's touch upon the potential long-term benefits of regular orgasms. Some studies suggest that they might even contribute to a longer lifespan. Now, while the research is still ongoing and there's no definitive proof yet, it's an exciting possibility that adds another dimension to our understanding of orgasms. Furthermore, regular orgasms have been linked to boosting the immune system, promoting heart health, and even improving skin condition, thanks to the rush of blood and oxygenation that occurs during the sexual response cycle. In addition to these physical benefits, regular orgasms can also bring about psychological benefits. They can improve mood, increase self-esteem, enhance body confidence, and promote a general sense of well-being. They can even improve interpersonal relationships as they can help foster intimacy and connection between partners. So, orgasms are not just about pleasure, but also about maintaining good health. They are an intricate part of our lives, serving a dual purpose of providing pleasure and contributing to our health. So let's continue to explore, understand, and celebrate this incredible aspect of human sexuality. Unfortunately, not everyone can easily achieve orgasms. This is a complex issue that affects many people and is often misunderstood or stigmatized. So let's delve deeper and have an open conversation about common orgasmic disorders. We'll focus on their nature, their manifestation, and the variety of treatments that can help alleviate these conditions. The first disorder we'll discuss is anorgasmia. It's a condition where one cannot reach an orgasm despite adequate stimulation, a situation that can feel deeply frustrating. Anorgasmia has been known to be prevalent in women, but it's important to note that it's not exclusive to them. Men can experience it too. When it comes to understanding anorgasmia, it's crucial to know that it can be classified into 4 distinct types: primary, secondary, situational, and random. Primary anorgasmia is when one has never experienced an orgasm in their entire life. It's an uncommon but incredibly challenging situation, as it affects the way a person perceives and experiences intimacy. Secondary anorgasmia, on the other hand, occurs when someone who previously could orgasm suddenly finds they can no longer do so. This abrupt change can be particularly distressing, as it represents a significant shift in one's sexual experiences. Situational anorgasmia is when orgasms can only be achieved under specific circumstances or with certain types of stimulation. This might include a particular setting, mood, or even the presence of a specific partner. Lastly, random anorgasmia, as the name implies, is unpredictable and inconsistent. Orgasms occur sporadically, without a clear pattern or trigger, adding an element of uncertainty to one's sexual experiences. Then there's premature ejaculation, another common orgasmic disorder, which is most prevalent in men. This condition is when ejaculation happens sooner than one would like during sexual activity. It can lead to feelings of frustration, embarrassment, or even guilt, but it's crucial to keep in mind that it's a common occurrence, and it can be managed effectively with patience and the right approach. As we begin to explore the causes behind these orgasmic disorders, we find a complex interplay of physical and psychological factors. On the physical side, causes may include pre-existing medical conditions like diabetes, hormonal imbalances, or neurological disorders. These conditions can directly impact the body's ability to respond to sexual stimulation in the expected way. Psychological causes can be just as impactful, if not more so. These might range from stress and anxiety to relationship issues, and even past sexual trauma. The mind plays a pivotal role in sexual experience, and emotional well-being is key to the journey towards orgasm. Now, let's shift our focus to treatment. The good news is that both anorgasmia and premature ejaculation can be treated effectively. For anorgasmia, treatment might include sexual therapy, where a professional can provide guidance and techniques tailored to the individual's situation. Sometimes changes in medication could also be beneficial, especially if the anorgasmia is a side effect of certain drugs. Premature ejaculation, on the other hand, can often be helped with techniques like the squeeze method or the start-stop method. These methods aim at giving the individual more control over their ejaculation. Counseling can also be incredibly beneficial, providing a safe space to explore any underlying emotional issues that might be contributing to the condition. In some cases, medication might be recommended. It's important to note that everyone's sexual experience is unique, and what works for one person may not work for another. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, and patience and understanding are key. If you're experiencing any of these disorders, crucial to consult with a healthcare professional to find the best solution for you. Remember, while these disorders can be frustrating, understanding them is the first step towards finding a solution. As we continue to unravel the science of orgasms, what does the future hold? The study of orgasms, a crucial aspect of human sexuality, is steadily expanding. This exploration of sexual pleasure is not just about the act itself, but also the intricate biological and physiological processes that accompany it. The future of orgasm science is a vast, exciting, and largely uncharted territory, much like the vastness and complexity of the universe itself. As we delve deeper into the complexities of sexual pleasure, we are also delving into the depths of human psychology, physiology, and even our very existence. The exploration of sexual pleasure is not a frivolous pursuit. Instead, it's a necessary part of understanding our bodies, our minds, and our relationships with others. One area of focus will undoubtedly be orgasmic enhancement. The pursuit of heightened pleasure is as old as humanity itself. The quest for pleasure, comfort, and satisfaction has always been a part of the human experience. But in the realm of orgasm science, this quest takes on a whole new dimension. Modern science is poised to take this quest to new heights. As we move forward, we can expect a myriad of breakthroughs in this area. The next wave of scientific discoveries will likely unravel the mysteries of neurochemical pathways and hormonal interactions that drive the orgasmic process. We are on the cusp of a revolution in our understanding of these complex biological mechanisms. Every development in this area brings us one step closer to interventions that could amplify sexual pleasure. These interventions could take a variety of forms, ranging from pharmaceutical means to natural techniques. Such advancements could transform the way we experience and perceive sexual pleasure. The role of technology in orgasm science is another promising frontier. Already, we're seeing the emergence of devices designed to measure and stimulate sexual response in ways that weren't possible before. As we continue to innovate and push the boundaries of what technology can do, we may see even more sophisticated tools that map the orgasmic process in real time. These tools could provide unprecedented insights into the mechanics and dynamics of pleasure. Another exciting prospect is the potential for personalized orgasm science. Just as medicine is moving towards personalized treatments based on individual genetic profiles, we might one day see tailored approaches to enhancing sexual pleasure. This concept could involve customizing interventions based on an individual's unique neurochemical makeup, hormonal profile, and even their sexual preferences. This could redefine the way we approach sexual health and wellness. At the same time, we can expect future research to continue addressing orgasmic disorders. These disorders can have a profound impact on individuals' lives, affecting their relationships, self-esteem, and overall quality of life. With a better understanding of the underlying mechanisms of these conditions, we can develop more effective treatments and therapies. This advancement could offer hope to those who struggle with sexual dysfunction, enabling them to experience the pleasure they deserve. We also anticipate that future research will continue to explore the link between orgasms and overall health. As we gain more into how orgasms impact various aspects of well-being, we can leverage this knowledge to promote healthier lifestyles and relationships. This could lead to a more holistic approach to health and wellness, where sexual health is recognized as an essential aspect of overall well-being. In conclusion, as we look forward, the science of orgasms promises to be an exciting and evolving field. The future of orgasm science holds untold potential. As we continue to push the boundaries of understanding, we can look forward to a future where sexual pleasure is better understood, more accessible, and more enjoyable than ever before. The science of orgasms is not just about enhancing pleasure. It's about fostering a deeper understanding of ourselves, our bodies, and our relationships. It's about embracing the complexity and beauty of human sexuality. Indeed, the future of orgasm science holds untold potential. As we continue to push the boundaries of our understanding, we can look forward to a future where sexual pleasure is better understood, more accessible, and more enjoyable than ever before. So, we've journeyed through the fascinating world of orgasms, but what are the key takeaways? To fully comprehend this journey, we must rewind back to the start, where we embarked on unveiling the mysteries that orbit the phenomenon of orgasms. Our point of departure was the understanding that orgasms are an intricate, densely wrapped enigma, a bodily response that is simultaneously intense and often misinterpreted or misunderstood. We realized that orgasms are not merely about pleasure. They are a much more convoluted blend of various physiological and psychological elements. They are indeed the epicenter of pleasure, but they also harbor deep roots in our biology and neuroscience, making them an integral part of our being and human existence. We brought the discussion around to hormones next, those potent chemical messengers that have a pivotal role in the process of sexual arousal and orgasm. We became acquainted with the hormones like oxytocin, dopamine, and endorphins, hormones that dance in a delicate yet intricate ballet of pleasure, contributing significantly to the experience of an orgasm. Our expedition continued as we voyaged through the orgasmic process, a harmonious orchestra of neural and muscular events that peak with the much-desired climax. We analyzed the stages of arousal, plateau, orgasm, and resolution, recognizing that every stage is as significant as the other, with each contributing to an elaborate symphony of sensations that culminate in the ultimate erotic release. We also undertook an interesting comparative study of the male and female orgasm, noting their parallels and disparities. We discovered that while they may appear different superficially, fundamentally they are alike, a testament to our shared human carnal experience. Our investigation then took a healthy detour to discuss the health benefits of orgasms, ranging from enhancing our mood and relieving stress to improving sleep quality and even boosting immunity. We now understand that orgasms aren't just about pleasure. They play a key role in maintaining our overall well-being. Our navigational compass then led us into the tricky waters of orgasmic disorders. Here, we gained valuable insight into the fact that difficulties with orgasms are more widespread than what is commonly believed. We realized that there is absolutely no embarrassment or shame in seeking help to overcome these challenges. We learned that knowledge, openness, and professional guidance can be effective tools to surmount these hurdles. Lastly, we ventured ahead to glimpse into the promising future of orgasm science, a field that is continuously evolving, unearthing newer perspectives about our sexual health and satisfaction. The future indeed holds a lot of potential and exciting possibilities which could further amplify our understanding and experiences of orgasms. As we wrap up this in-depth exploration of orgasms, it's crucial to that understanding your body is the first step towards achieving better sexual health and satisfaction. Our journey has hopefully led you to appreciate this intricate yet beautiful aspect of human sexuality with a newfound depth. This odyssey of orgasms is not merely a journey but a comprehensive study of an essential facet of our human experience. Communication is key in achieving sexual satisfaction. This phrase is often repeated, but how does it play out in the context of our orgasmic journey? As we've discovered, understanding our bodies and the intricate process of orgasms is crucial. But there is another significant component to this equation: communication. Open and honest communication about sexual desires and boundaries is essential. Each individual is unique, hence their sexual preferences and responses to stimulation will differ. It's important to express your desires and understand your partners. This doesn't just apply to new relationships, but also to long-standing ones, as desires can evolve and change over time. It's also critical to establish and respect boundaries. Understanding what you and your partner are comfortable with can create a safe and enjoyable sexual environment. Communication can enhance intimacy and lead to more satisfying orgasms. When you openly communicate, you build trust and emotional intimacy, which can greatly enhance sexual satisfaction. It also allows for better understanding of each other's bodies, leading to more effective stimulation and potentially more satisfying orgasms. So, how can we effectively communicate about sex? Start by creating a safe and non-judgmental space to talk. Use I statements to express your feelings and desires. For example, I feel more aroused when, or I would like to try. This avoids blame or criticism, making the conversation more productive. It's also important to listen actively to your partner's views and respond with empathy and understanding. Remember, good communication is the foundation of a satisfying sexual relationship. As we wrap up our journey through the landscape of orgasms, let's not forget to keep the channels of communication open. This will not only enhance our understanding of orgasms, but also our overall sexual satisfaction. Mental health plays a significant role in our sexual experiences. It's a gateway to understanding our desires, pleasures, and of course, orgasms. As we delve deeper into the intricate world of orgasms, it's crucial to acknowledge the powerful impact of mental health on our sexual experiences. Stress, anxiety, and depression can significantly affect sexual desire and the ability to achieve orgasms. They can create a barrier, disconnecting us from the pleasure centers of our body, making it difficult to fully engage in or enjoy sexual activity. It's not uncommon for people experiencing these mental health issues to report lower sexual desire and difficulty reaching orgasm. But here's the good news. Therapy and mindfulness can play a significant role in improving sexual health. Cognitive behavioral therapy, for instance, can help individuals manage stress and anxiety, leading to improved sexual experiences. Mindfulness exercises, such as meditation and focused breathing, can also enhance our connection to our bodies, increasing our ability to experience pleasure and achieve orgasms. The connection between positive mental health and satisfying orgasms is undeniable. When we are mentally healthy, we are more likely to enjoy sexual activity and experience satisfying orgasms. So, as we navigate our sexual journeys, let's remember to prioritize our mental health. Taking care of your mental health is an essential part of enjoying a fulfilling sexual life. As we continue to explore the fascinating world of orgasms, let's remember the importance of mental health. After all, our mind is one of our most powerful sexual organs. As we dive deeper into the captivating world of orgasms, it's time to explore a topic that's been the source of ongoing discussion and speculation: the difference between vaginal and clitoral orgasms. Let's start by understanding the anatomy. The clitoris, often the star of the show, is an external organ packed with nerve endings, playing a vital role in sexual pleasure. On the other hand, the vagina, a powerful and multifaceted organ, is believed to contribute to what is commonly referred to as vaginal orgasms. Now, let's discuss clitoral orgasms. These are typically described as intense, localized pleasure, often likened to sharp, immediate sensations that can send waves of pleasure throughout the body. Many women find this type of orgasm easier to achieve through direct stimulation of the clitoris. On the flip side, vaginal orgasms are often described as deeper, more full-bodied sensations. They are sometimes associated with a sense of bearing down or pushing out, and can even create a sensation of warmth spreading throughout the entire body. Yet, there is an ongoing debate in the scientific community about the existence of these different types of orgasms. Some researchers argue that all orgasms are clitoral in nature due to the interconnectedness of the clitoris and vagina. Others believe in the distinctness of the vaginal orgasm, often associated with stimulation of the G-spot. Regardless of the debate, it's vital to remember that every woman's experience is unique and valid. What feels like an intense, earth-shattering orgasm for one might be different for another. Whether clitoral, vaginal, or a combination of both, orgasms are a personal and varied experience for each individual. And that's the beauty of it. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to sexual pleasure. As we continue our orgasmic journey, let's keep this in mind. Your orgasm, your rules.